Let's get reactions to these new enforcements. I'm joined on the news by the Director, Africa Bridge Initiative, Okweoluwa Taiwo. Thank you very much for your time. Now, one of the reasons given by JAMB for pegging the cutoff mark at 150 is the low turnout of students for various courses of study. Now, how effective will this adjustment be in ensuring an increase in the number of students?
All right, that was a very big question for the educational sector in Nigeria. Pretty much, you must understand that there are a lot of pressure in the educational sector. So there's a lot of pressure on the government. So where is the pressure coming from? The pressure is coming from the influx, millions of students migrating from the primary, secondary into tertiary institutions. So what does that mean? The number of public institutions and private institutions, yet not enough for the millions of students that's coming in. So there's a pressure on the government. But in as much as the pressure is coming, another part we must also look at is what is happening to the parents and also the student. The student have a target. Where is the target coming from? We have a global figure of age 15 to 25 as a youth. So if you are already pegging my age in Nigeria to 16 years before getting into the university or before even admissible, so that means I'm already going to be having like 2 years to get my JAMB into the university. That's already 2 years. That's 18 years already. So with 4 years, that means by 22 or 23, I'll be leaving university on an average number. So what does that mean? Plus 1 year NYC, that is already 23, 24. So in the global markets, I'm already shortchanged. So the pressure is also coming from the students and the parents. So what do? We need a leverage point for the stakeholders to come on board. It's not easy to roll out policy from the government. The government must also understand what is coming from the other state actors, like the private sector. They must be involved in all of this policy for us to understand that we must not change the future of our children.
All right, now, so you've touched on the age aspect. That's the 16 years of the admissible age now of 16 approved by the federal government, following the back and forth over appropriate age to be admitted into tertiary education. I did not get your response on the 150 mark, cutoff mark now, pegged for students to gain admission into the university, and that's the cutoff mark. What are your thoughts on that? Do you think that this reduction, this adjustment now will ensure an increase of students into tertiary institutions?
Okay, so for the cutoff mark of 150, for me, I would say that the 150 is too low. It's too low compared to the standard. Because we're talking about 400 marks. So if you are looking at 150 to 400, that is still very low. But also, we must also understand, like I said earlier, there's a pressure on the government. There's a pressure on NUC. There's a pressure on every university in Nigeria, both the federal and the state. So what does that mean? The 150 is a global point. Each of the university will still go back to set their own benchmark. So this 150 cannot take you to University of Abuja. It cannot take you to University of Lagos. For instance, as at the time last year, an average score for a student for University of Lagos should be nothing less than 250. An average score. So it's still for the JAMB to put it at 150. It's still very low because the standard must be set. The standard is very crucial. So 150 to 400 is still low. Even though the government is bringing that from JAMB,